So, good evening. My report is all about share appreciation rights. So, a share appreciation right entitles an employee to receive cash which is equal to the excess of the market value of the entity share over a predetermined price or a stated number of shares. So, gina-measure siya time to time or at the end of the year sang fair market value. So a share appreciation right is viewed as a compensation for services rendered. So ang like is kung meron ka sang giubra sa company, so ano na compensation mo. Unlike the entity shall recognize a liability because a share appreciation right is actually an obligation on the part of the entity to pay cash in the future on exercise date. So sa unlike naman is kailangan gid siya ang obligation gid sa company nga baydan ka kay sa liability para sa ila or recorded as liability sa ila. So next ate. So measurement of compensation. So the compensation is based on the fair value of the liability at the reporting date and shall be remeasured at every year end until it's finally settled. So every year, depende sa compensation kung saan siya matapos. So gina-measure na siya every year at the end of the year. So any changes in the fair value are included in profit or loss or sa net income. So the fair value of liability is equal to the excess of the market value of share over a predetermined price for a given number of shares over a definite vesting period. So mga to siya, ang fair value is equal to the excess of market value. So kung halimbawa ang beginning niya nga price is 200, tapos next is 210. So kung excess na 10, so amo to ang value sang share of a predetermined price. So next ate. So recognition of compensation. So if the share appreciation right vests immediately, the compensation is recognized immediately on the date of grant. So aring sa letter A is kumbaga 1 year lang siya. So diretso na yun siya record kay 1 year mo na siya ang matured na siya dayon. Tapos sa letter B, if the share appreciation right does not vest until the employee completes a definite vesting period, the compensation is recognized over the service over vesting period. So, dere naman sa letter B is siya, though ang putol-putol or sobra siya sa 1 year. So, every year gina-recognize ang excess or ang ang sobra sang fair market value niya sang beginning niya sa at the end of the year. So, next ate. So, illustration ta. An entity granted a share appreciation right to the general manager on January 1, 2020. After a 2-year service period, the employee is entitled to receive cash equal to the appreciation in share price over the market value on January 1, 2020. So, terms. A. Service period January 1, 2020 to December 31, 2021. Letter B. Number of shares 20,000 shares. Letter C. Exercise date, so January 1, 2022. So, quoted price. So, January 1, 2020. So, 200. Then, December 31, 2020. 210. Then, December 31, 2021 na siya. So, 20. So, next natin. So, journal entries. So, kung pwede pakibalik natin kadali lang din. So, 2-year service period siya. So, ang beginning is 200. Then, pagka end of the year, 200 na siya. So, next eh. Wala, 40,000 na to siya. So, i-times mo na siya dito sa sa quoted price niya kag ang share niya mukha mo na ang iya nga salaries. So nakuha ng 50,000 is sa 200 sa tung price niya nga 200 sa January 1 tapos i-less mo tong ay ang price niya sa December 31 nga 210 less mo tong predetermined price niya sa January 1 nga 200 so may rata sang excess nga 10 so i-multiply mo sa 20,000 shares so mukha ta ang 200,000 so 200,000 i-divide mo lang sa 4 years so mukha mo na ang 50,000 so next is 2021 so same gihapon kuan mo tong amount niya sa 220 ata to 220 so 200 minus 220 ay 220 minus 200 so equals to 20 times 20,000 yung share so mukha tang 400,000 tapos divide mo sa 4 years times 2 nga nabilin so mukha tang ay 3 years na lang ayaw tama 2 years so mukha tang 50,000 ay ang 200,000 tapos ilas ta ang sa 2020 nga 50,000 nga salaries so same gyapon sa 2022 mukha na sa 2023 ay 2022 so next ate so cash and share alternative so an employee may have the right to choose cash alternative or cash payment or share alternative and equity shares given to the employee so pwede siya magpili sa dalawa kung cash ang gusto niya or buy shares ang gamiton niya ay convert niya pa into into real money muna tatay.
So, my topic is about book value per share and preference as to dividend. So first, book value per share. So what is book value per share? Book value per share is the amount that would be paid on each share assuming the entity is liquidated and the amount available to shareholders is exactly the amount reported as shareholders equity. So bali ning book value per share so kumbaga ning book value per share is pwede siya gamiton para ma-measure ang value sang equity sang isa ka entity kag kung pila ba ang ibayad sa each share nga gi-invest ang shareholders. Next ate. So formula for the computation of book value per share. So the common formula is book value per share is equal to total shareholders equity divided by number of shares outstanding. So tapos kung halimbawa may isang two classes of share capital, the preference share tapos ordinary shares. So sa book value per share ang preference share. So preference shareholders equity divide mo lang sa number of preference shares outstanding. So if sa ordinary share lang, ordinary share holders equity divide mo sa number of shares outstanding, ordinary shares outstanding. So may example. Next second. So preference as to dividends. Preference as to dividends does not mean that the preference shareholders have an absolute right to dividends. So The preference simply means that if dividends are declared, the preference shareholders have the right to receive dividends first before the ordinary shareholders are paid a dividend. So when the preference shares has preferences as to dividends, so the dividend right may be non-cumulative, cumulative, non-participating, and lastly participating. So next natin. So non-cumulative preference share is one on which the right to receive dividends is forfeited in any 1 year in which the dividends are not declared. Thus, the preference share is entitled only to current year dividends. So, bali ng non-cumulative is, kumbaga, itong ano lang, kung do current year mo lang nga dividend share, do mo to lang i-record sa non-cumulative. If non-cumulative ang preference share. So, a cumulative preference share is one on which any undeclared dividends accumulates each year until paid. So, thus the cumulative preference share is entitled to all dividends in a year. So, kabaliktaran naman ng cumulative preference share. So, kumbaga cumulative accumulate siya every year kung pila tong ma-receive mo at the end of at the end of the term sang shares. So, a non-participating preference share is one that entitled to receive only the dividends equal to the fixed rate. So, kung pila lang to fixed rate, so mo to lang makuha mo nga share. So, the participating preference shares may be fully participating with ordinary share on a data basis or participating only to a certain amount or percentage. So, kung pila lang ng stated nga share mo, ito lang, sa participating preference shares. So, we have an illustration. So, illustration kung paano ko ng book value per share. So, the shareholders' equity in the statement of financial position at the year end show the following. So, share capital, 100 par, 50,000 shares, so 5 million. Share premium, mga 1 million. Retained earnings, 2 million. Revaluation surplus, nga 1,500,000 with total shareholders' equity, nga 9,500,000. So, to solve the book value per share, so, di ba, shareholders' equity, divide mo lang sa number of shares outstanding. So, may shita nga 9,500,000. Divide mo sa outstanding shares nga 50,000. So, may 190 pesos nga book value per share. So, may another illustration ta. So, the shareholders' equity in the statement of financial position on December 31, 2019 showed the following. So, preference share capital 12%. 100 par 25,000 shares, 2 million amounted to 2,500,000. So, ordinary share capital 100 par 50,000 shares, 5 million. Share premium na 600,000, retained earnings na 3 million, and total shares equity nga 11 million. Hello? Sorry, nadula. Nadula ang ano. Wait lang. Din ako. Total shares equity nga 11,100,000. So, dividends have been paid on preference share up to December 31, 2017. So, next ate. So, we have cases. Next ate. So, di ba meron tas ang preference share nga 2,500,000 tapos may ordinary share ta nga 5 billion. So, the preference shareholders get dividends for 2 years. So, main case niya is cumulative and non-participating. So, di ba kung cumulative, dog accumulate siya. So, there is an example for 2 years. So, the preference dividend equals to 12%. Multiply mo sa 2,500,000, tag-multiply sa 2 years. So, may ara sa isang preference share nga 600,000. So, bagayan mo ng mabaton sa shareholders. So, na 600,000. So, 2,500,000 plus mo sa 600. Kung kuha mo naman ang book value per share, so add mo lang ang reference dividend tapos ang balance nga 2,500,000. So, may total she na 3,100,000 tapos i-divide mo na sa share outstanding na 25,000. So, ang book value per share as to preference share is 124. So, as to the ordinary share naman, so the balance of 3 million goes to ordinary share because the preference share is non-participating. So, kung tanan niya balance is makadto na sa ordinary share. So, mo ta. I-add mo na siya sa remaining balance. Ay sa balance ng ordinary share, add mo sa 3 million. So, 8 million niya total she. Tapos, i-divide mo sa share outstanding sa ordinary share which is 50,000. So, makuha tang book value per share nga 160 pesos.